Hi, this is Bev, and a beautiful day for the Willmar Car Show. And there's so much to look at here, but we decided to find one wonderful person to talk to us. Ken, right?
That's right. That's right. Ken Brevig from Starbuck.
Okay, now this is your car to our left here, right, Ken?
That's right.
Okay. Tell us about it.
Well, it's had a frame-off restoration. I've done a little bit of work on it myself, but not much. And I bought it from Unique Specialties in Mankato, Minnesota. Pretty much the way it was done. The owner that had it before that was from La Crosse, Wisconsin, and he bought it from somebody in, near St. Louis, Missouri, that actually did the restoration. So it's been done several years ago, the restoration, or the basic restoration, frame-off restoration. So.
Okay, so is this your dream car, Ken?
Yes, I bought it because I wanted a car as old as I am. See, I was born in 1929 too, so.
Okay, now how much do you ride it around?
Well, last year I put on like 250 miles, so I went to several different car shows, and I plan on doing that this year too. So.
Do you have other vehicles too that you have that are?
I've got five other vehicles, 5 other classics.
Okay. It was kind of fun last night as I was sitting outside barbecuing. I got the whole car show parade right in front of my house. It was wonderful.
Okay.
It was great. Well, thanks for talking with us today. It's a beautiful vehicle, and you both look like you're in excellent shape for 1929ers. So.
That's right. Thank you.
Thanks, Ken. This is Bev at the Willmar Car Show. Hi, this is Bev again at the Willmar Car Show, and we're going to talk to a couple of other folks. This is Harold and Paula Thaden from Wilmot, South Dakota. Welcome to you both. What a cool car you have.
Well, thank you.
What kind is it?
It is a 1959 Chevrolet Bel Air 4-door, and we have a lot of fun driving it to different shows during the summer.
Okay. And Paula, how long have you had this vehicle?
Since 2002.
Okay.
Harold had one right out of high school and wanted one back, and we found one, and we've had a ball. We call it the Funmobile. We've decorated with things from the drive-in food display and a drive-in speaker and dancing dolls in the trunk on a record player, and we just have a ball. We always dress like the 50s.
The best decade ever, right? Yes?
Yep. Very nice.
So you got your dream car then, Harold?
I did. Yes. Okay. I'm great. We enjoyed driving it very much.
Do you have other vehicles like this too, or is this your one and only?
This is the one and only that we have, yeah.
Kind of like her, right? Your one and only?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, well, great talking to you, and have fun at the show. It's a beautiful day for it. This is Bev on Do You Know?
Hi there, Jody Wambeck with the Willmar Early Childhood Family Programs and Early Childhood Initiative. Are you looking for things to do this summer with your young children? Here are a few ideas for you. Be sure to check out one of Willmar's 37 parks, or check out many of their parks. And if you haven't checked out the Community Ed and Rec brochure, be sure to look up for the Jefferson Jigglers. There's some great activities there. Or maybe the Spotlight Theater has some great things going on for young children. Or maybe your child is looking for swimming lessons. We have swimming lessons happening this summer as well. And this is really exciting. The Dorothy Olson Aquatic Center will be opening this month, and it is the 10th anniversary. And what is so neat about this is every Wednesday they will be having a 10th anniversary celebration, so be sure to check that out. And something new this year that they have there is called the Free Little Library. There'll be a library exchange that they have out there as well, which will be nice. Also this month we have the Dairy Days coming up. And if you go to the Willmar Public Library, you can sign up for Pause to Read, and then also the Grow-Mobile will be around town as well. So if you want more information on any of those things, be sure to check out the Community Ed and Rec website, which is www.willmarcer.com, or go to your Willmar Public Library and check out the reading program, or check out the United Way website for more Grow-Mobile information. You are watching Do You Know?
At the Candiota County Historical Society, and if you have not been out here, you have got to put your car in gear and get your friends together, your family, and get out here, because Jill and all the people who volunteer here, all the folks in town who find all these great things, have put together some really amazing displays. They've done some new displays and some change-ups, and it's just wonderful out here. Jill, tell us a little bit about what's been going on at the Historical Society.
Well, we have 4 new displays this year.
4?
4, yeah. We kind of made up for last year when we had our new building project. We didn't do any new displays, so we kind of were trying to play catch-up. So we have a church display.
Okay.
And that's just, we brought out some of the church artifacts from the area churches and blew up some pictures. And we have a wedding gown out. And
I saw that you had communion cups that were glass.
Yes, because they used to, do the glass ones, and they used to sit at the altar, and it was a much longer process than it is today.
Yeah.
And it was traveling, so it has a little handle, because then they could go and do communion out in different houses.
Wow.
The other display we have is the New Deal in Candiota County, which complements our traveling exhibit, which we have in our multi-purpose room that runs through the end of September.
Okay.
And then we have a funeral and funeral homes exhibit. Peterson Brothers turns 125 this year.
Wow.
And we have their beautiful horse-drawn hearse. So we wanted to feature that in this exhibit this year.
Any ghosts?
It does, well, it's not moving now. It's not going anywhere. I should also say Harvey Anderson donated or loaned us an embalming table as well. So that's fun to come check out. It's portable. Because back then they would have to go to the house to do the embalming.
Okay.
And the last one we did was the West Central Baseball Hall of Fame exhibit, which is an annual exhibit. So every time we have a new class, we open a new exhibit in May. So this year we have our inaugural class of 7 guys, so you have to come check that out, and some of their artifacts they loaned us for the year. So
Awesome. So baseball and funerals and churches, we got all kinds of stuff out here. I even saw a display for the Willmar 8.
yes.
So that is awesome as well. There's tons of stuff out here, lots to see, lots of new displays and banners and all kinds of things. You've got your beautiful new room.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the services that you provide to people in the county. They can come and tour all the different buildings and see the displays, but you have lots of other things that you guys do out here.
Yep. Yeah, we have, we do the tours. So in the summer now, the Sperry House, the log cabin, and the schoolhouse are open. And then the Gurry and Dreesen cabin is also open now. And we can do guided tours, or you can just drive on out there. The other things we do is our community is open for use by the public. They can. We have Kiwanis that comes out here once a week. Just some photo club comes out here. So we've had anniversaries, birthday parties, whatever. And we do our presentations and stuff in there when we have authors or people come. And then we also have a research library, which gets used a lot. People can do family research. We were doing some research on the city auditorium recently. We did some on some groups if they're turning like 100 or 150. New London turns 150 next year.
Wow.
So we can help out with that with using our archives in our library. So that's one of the things I don't think people remember we have, and we do. And we have all the newspapers on microfilm from Candioi County.
Wow. So if I had family or if my church was doing something, this would be a really good place to start to do some research.
Yep. We have we're over 11,000 pictures. Wow. So, and they're on a database we can search. We have church histories, we have town, and like I said, the newspapers, the directories. I mean, we can help you at least get started.
Awesome. So many services that people may not be aware of. So if you're not aware of them, you should find out more, because Jill and her volunteers and staff are really, really helpful. Jill, you've got a special thing going on, and it's going to continue on for the summer in terms of the displays, but you've got a little open house thing going on and some fundraising and some food today, and then coming this summer you've got all the displays and things for people to see. Yep. So tell people a little bit about today, and then tell them a little bit about your hours and how they can access knowing more about how to reach you guys, like from a phone number or email or website kind of perspective.
Yep. Well, today's our open house, so we have all our buildings open. We got them freshly cleaned, all our displays, the new 4 ones open today. We have a yard sale and an auction going on for fundraising. Yep. We're trying to raise funds for a technology upgrade, and then we also need, we want to enhance our agriculture building. That's our next big project, because currently that's closed.
Okay.
So we need to raise some funds for that.
Well, we got lots of egg people.
Yeah.
With lots of egg people watching.
Yes.
Maybe there's a few with a few dollars who might be willing to throw a few dollars your way, so that project that focuses on them and highlights them and praises them and all those good things, they can help make that happen, right? Yes. So if somebody walked in the door with a check for $1,000 or $500 or $5,000, you guys would take it to help with that process, right?
Yeah, we would not turn that away, no.
Okay.
Not at all.
Great.
No, it's one of the very important parts of Candioi County history, and we need to have a place where people can learn about it. Because right now people aren't learning about it because our building is in chaos, and we need to organize it, and we'd like to expand, that kind of thing. And then our website.
Not this building.
Not this building. It's a separate building.
Right.
It's a separate building behind this one. Yep.
Here, that the museum is looking snazzy.
Yes, we look good. We have no construction in here. Anybody's welcome. Check out our new room, everything. Our egg building is behind us.
Right.
And we need to tweak that a little bit.
Right.
But all of our information is on our website. It's CandioiCountyHistory.com.
Okay.
And our number is 235-1881. And we also are on Facebook and Twitter. So we try to post stuff on that. We have presentations all through the summer. They're always on our website if anybody wants to know. And then we're always at the fair in August.
Okay, well, if I were watching this, I'd be like, what'd she just say? So I'm going to ask you to say it again, so that somebody who is running to go to get a pencil right now, is going to get their pencil. Get your pencil really fast. So that you can look up the hours, and you can look up where we're located and all those kinds of things, so that they can do research on Grandma, or they can come here and find out about the Savea Lutheran Church or whatever it would be. So if you could give them the website again and the phone number a little slower than Aunt Myrtle, my cousin Jane, who's writing this down, will be able to look up your stuff.
Sure. The website is CandioiCountyHistory.com.
Okay.
And the phone number is 235-1881.
1881. 235-1881. Yep. Perfect. Well, Jill, we want to encourage everybody to get to know you, to get to know all your volunteers, your staff, all the people who make this happen. This is such a gem in Candioi County. If you guys haven't been out here, we want to encourage you this summer. Grab your family members. You're looking for something to do when they come to visit. Come out to the Historical Society, see all the wonderful displays. Again, you got everything from baseball to the Willmar 8 to the traditional costumes that were in Candioi County, which is really interesting. And, it's just fun. And I think any age group, anybody would appreciate all the things that are on display. They have worked so hard to produce this wonderful display system and the buildings and everything else. So, again, we're at the Candioi County Historical Society. Where am I? We're at the Taneyhawk County Historical Society with Jill Wanuka. They're doing great stuff. We want you to come and see it. We'll see you this summer. We're moving on.
Hi, I'm Zach Liebel. I'm the outreach coordinator for the Willmar Community-Owned Grocery. This has been a very busy spring for the COG, and we couldn't be happier. We've been offering advanced Indian cooking classes, open houses at our new location at Westside Liquor, and we now have over 600 member owners. This means that we finished phase 2 of our process, and we are now on our final phase to open the store. This last phase allows us to gain the necessary financing for the store, be at 1,000 member owners for when we open, and keeps us on target to open in early 2015. I encourage you to visit our website to see the upcoming events throughout the summer that we'll be offering. Please visit www.willmarcog.com. I'm Zach Liebel, and you're watching Do You Know?
Good afternoon. This is Susan Matson, Master Gardener with Ella Roth at the Green Lake Nursery. And we are looking at a lot of color in front of us. We also are looking at some of the products that you can use to get your garden ready for spring planting. This is a late spring this year. You need to be aware of temperatures before you do any planting. But there are some things, some amendments that you can add to your soil that will help with getting your plants a good start. So I'm going to turn this over to Ella this morning, and we are going to look at some things that you can use for different reasons.
Hi everybody, this is Ella at Green Lake Nursery and Spicer, and we're here to talk about getting your garden ready for this late spring. One thing I would like to mention that we didn't talk about, Susan, was, when you're first starting your garden, you get one chance to start right. And a good compost tilled into your soil before you plant, and maybe an additional granular of 10-10-10. And when you bring those plants home from a nursery like here, they do continue to need food as well as fertilizer. What's the difference between a food and a fertilizer? A food is used up quickly, and it's considered to, usually it's a powder that you mix with water and stir up as a liquid. And the variety that we like here at the Green Lake Nursery has a very high middle number. And the middle number is for fruit and vegetables. Whereas if you were going to fertilize, say, or give plant food to a evergreen, you want a high first number. So certainly do not be feeding your tomatoes a high first number food. You'd want to give them a high middle number food. A fertilizer, on the other hand, is a slow release product that will last over a period of anywhere from 6 weeks to 3 months. The Osmocote, a slow release fertilizer, is a great product to stir into your pots when you're planting, like your petunias, or say if you're going to plant a tomato and you want to stir that into the soil before planting. But you can, in addition, give your plant food as well, because they do two different things. You have something to add?
A lot of people ask about the type of soil to use in pots, and I have suggested using a potting soil called Mississippi topsoil. And I know that's a particular brand that we have in our area here that's easily purchased at an area nursery. But maybe you have some other suggestions for using in pots, like composted soil. I know that often people have questions about what the difference is and what each is used for.
Potting soil is a very important product to purchase with some thought. The Mississippi topsoil that we have here is locally made in Cold Spring, and the owner works in conjunction with the Golden Plump Chicken Factory, and there's actually a drain pipe that runs between the Golden Plump and the Mississippi topsoil company, and it's a soilless product. That's why it's so good, is it is all composted, has a little bit of chicken goody stuff in there to help with the nitrogen, and it's organic, which is organic soil is so good because it helps the roots get established, and it's like soil that's alive rather than going out into the woods and digging up some dirt and thinking that's great. Don't do that. Use a good product and top dress it every spring with a little bit of new stuff. They also make a compost, which I mentioned a little bit earlier. That's great for your garden. Wonderful product, and you can use that in addition to the 10-10-10 in your vegetable garden, or if you want to go into a smaller size product just for your home garden, say you're doing a tomato plant in a pot, which are heavy feeders, I would encourage you to get Espoma, the Biotone plant starter. It's all organic. It's got all sorts of goodies in there that are like crab meal and feather meal and the things that maybe a person that doesn't want to deal with chemicals would be very happy with this product. If you want to go inorganic when you plant your pots again or plant your tomato, start with some plant starter. It's a concentrated liquid you mix with water and have some fun with it. Do a petunia with it and one without it, and the growth is amazing that you get with the plant starter product. So start right and you'll end up with wonderful plants. But do remember, when you purchase from a nursery, I don't care where, those plants have been intravenously fed with liquid plant food from day one. So when you take them home, you have to continue to feed them on a weekly basis at the least with a liquid plant food with a high middle number.
Well, that sounds like a lot of information for people, but I think it's a lot of good information. I also brought out a product that is called Liquid Fence. And this is, I believe, an organic product.
It is. It is organic. It's also very smelly. It's made with putrefied eggs and garlic oil. So, put a scarf over your mouth when you're spraying it. Spray it heavy for a week or two, and then you can cut back to once a week. But it works as a scent repellent. The smell is so bad. It's supposed to smell like a dead animal, Susan. So
I can honestly say that it does smell really bad. I do have a container of the spray at home. I also recall a story that I heard from one of your past employees. I can't remember what his name was, but he said he had gotten some on his hands before he had lunch, and he decided at that point he couldn't figure out what it was. But it was the Liquid Fence. It does have a really seriously bad smell. But I also want to tell people it's not a harmful thing to the animals. What it does is it affects the inside of their nose or nostrils, and so it repels them without really killing them. And they're not going to start gasping and falling in your yard, but they will stay away from whatever you spray it on. And this is really good for deer and rabbits, a problem here in the area that we live in.
Yeah.
So Ella, would you like to, I know we are just surrounded by so many beautiful plants, and I know all of the nurseries right now are surrounded by beautiful plants. Is there anything that you would like to add to for our audience today?
Well, we don't have just annuals. I want you also to know that we have lots of perennials. Especially proud of my hosta collection here. If you're a collector of hosta, I have many different varieties. If you want to plant fruit trees, we have bare root fruit trees this time of the year. Well, we're getting to the tail end of that, but we do have a good selection of shade trees as well. So stop in. You don't even have to buy anything. Just come and wander around and take a look at everything. And if you need some advice, give me a call or just stop in and say hi.
Thank you very much, Ella. And we will see our audience next month for Do You Know?
It is Do You Know, and joining us on the telephone is Kathy Torkelson from the Willmar Public Library. Kathy, a lot of things happening this month at the library. Give us all the details.
Thanks, Rudy. Hello, everyone. I'm happy to join you on Rack 8. Willmar Public Library has several fun activities planned for the month of June. First of all, our summer reading program starts June 9th. The Willmar Public Library urges families to gallop, crawl, slither, or fly to the library for Pause to Read, which is our summer reading theme. The 2014 summer reading program is open to young people, preschool through 5th grade, with programs, prize drawings, story hours, a book club, matinees, and more. All the children have to do is come to the library June 9th or any day after that, check out books from the library, read or listen to the stories, and then they get to choose a prize from the prize box after they've read or listened to 10 titles or 10 hours. And again at 20 titles or 20 hours, and finally at 30 titles or 30 hours. The last prize can be a prize chosen from a box full of books. They may choose one book from that box. Just to highlight some of our programs for the month of June, June 3rd we will be showing the movie Shiloh, and we'll discuss the book for our children's book club. And then again, June 9th is when we officially open our summer reading program. So you can come and sign up for the summer reading program. And in the afternoon at 4 o'clock, we're having a guest speaker, Bruce the Bug Guy. He's going to bring hands-on, entertaining education program that will feature a wide assortment of living and preserved insects and related arthropods. And this program is funded with money from the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Do your children get enough exercise in the summer? We will be having a program called 4-H on Wheels, and our topic this summer is Get Up and Move. These lessons will promote healthy living by providing opportunities for engagement in physical activity and encouraging positive decision-making. Book Buddies. This is a new program that we're starting. It's where you can sign up and have your child read to a dog in one of our study rooms for 15 minutes. This will help them improve their reading skills while providing the dog with socialization and human interaction. Pause to Read Story Hours will begin June 20th and 27th, and we are having some guest speakers at that. June 20th, we'll have a therapy dog and a service dog. June 27th, Jane Gisselson, author of Moon Pie and Sugar Britches, will be here to read and talk about her book. It's a story about shelter animals. And finally, in the month of June, we'll be showing the movie Bolt on June 27th. So we have lots of fun activities planned for the month of June at the Willmar Public Library.
As always, lots of things going on at the library. If you'd like more information on these activities or any other programs at the Willmar Public Library, feel free to call 235-3162, or you can check it out online at wilmarpubliclibrary.org. Thanks, Kathy. We'll talk to you next month.
Thanks, Rudy.
You are watching Do You Know?
Hi, this is Renee Nolting, and we are here talking about United Way of West Central Minnesota, and I have a special friend with me today, former Mayor Dick Hoagland.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Good to have you here, Dick. Dick, United Way has been around for 125 years, but in the city of Willmar, next year we'll celebrate close to 60 years. Do you remember when it began?
I can't remember specifically what date, but I know about when. It's about 1955.
1955. What came about that started it? Were you a part of that?
I was very much a part of it. In fact, I suggested it, and I had a fellow by the name of Ralph Hedlund, and he got to be kind of a co-chair, and then we ran the United Way at that time, and we specifically said who's going to be part of it, and we also had a red feather down in the corner by the post office, and we painted down there where we thought we reached our goal, which is a long ways from what it is now. Wasn't very much.
Well, you did a wonderful job, close to $26,000 raised in 1955, and a lot of great work has happened since then.
That's right. And we went down to Old Princeburg and other towns to see if we couldn't spread the United Way all over. At that time, it was called Red Feather. And so we enjoyed it, yeah.
Very cool. The symbol of United Way was a red feather back in the beginning. And when you were mayor of Willmar, do you remember what United Way was like then? And that was around what year?
My mayor was 91, 2, 3, and 4. And that's about all I can remember in that part of it. But Ralph Hedlund was very much a part of it. And we had a secretary at that time. It was Gladys Warburg. And Gladys Warburg was the secretary. And she did a very good job, and we did very well with it.
Do you remember about how many agencies got funding?
I can't recall that. You know, I'm getting old.
We all are. Oh, gosh. You have been such a special friend. Now, the history that I have say that it was a community chest from 1955 to 1962. And then in 1962, it went to be called the Willmar United Fund. Do you remember that at all?
Oh, yeah. I can recall that. I can remember it was called the Willmar United Fund. And I started with the city of Willmar originally in 1950. And then I retired from the city of Willmar in 84. So I can remember a lot of that stuff at that particular time.
That is awesome. So it was a United Fund from 1962 to 1974. And then in 1975, from 19 to 1986, became United Way of Willmar, Minnesota. And then in 1987, grew to be United Way of Candioi County. And that was until 2007. And today, it is called United Way of West Central Minnesota. And you have been a very special friend of that. And it has changed from just funding agencies, as you mentioned. And do you remember any of the names of the agencies?
No, I don't. I can guess at them, but I'd rather not because I might be wrong and not include everybody.
I totally understand. Well, today we are funding 48 agency programs as part of our community impact funding, and we do much, much more funding from that, thanks to people like you who got it going here in the region, and we thank you so much for that. We do school supply drive, we do small grant funding, we give high school scholarships, we do volunteer work, and a lot more. So I just want to thank you for that piece of history. So,
Real great. Thank you. It's good to be here.
And you are watching Do You Know?
Hello, everybody. This is Kevin Madsen, the Civic Center Arena Manager. And as many of you know, I am retiring this June 1st. And I'd like to introduce to the community our new arena manager, Troy Cernia. And Troy, you're coming from the Twin Cities area and from a background of arena management. Do you want to give us a little history on your work in the arena industry?
Sure.
And here we go.
All right. Again, my name's Troy Cernia. I was born and raised in Eagan, Minnesota, where I played hockey and baseball and football for Breck School out in Golden Valley. Mm-hmm. I made my way out to Canada after that to play junior hockey for 2 years. And then from there, I went out to school in Boston, where I started my career in arena management. I've been running rinks out there for the last 6 or 7 years, and I have experience on all ends of the ice rink management side. So,
Well, that's very good. And one of the issues coming forward, of course, with our arenas and our civic center are the replacement of our plant systems for refrigeration. It's been in the news recently that the R22 refrigerant is going to be eliminated. And Troy, what have you had in experience as far as retrofitting and the compressor systems, refrigeration systems?
Yep. When I was out in Massachusetts, I ran a community rink out in Natick, and we actually went through a full arena retrofitting with, we got new boards, new slab, all new piping, compressors, the whole works, and then we also did a full lobby retrofit as well. So I was the project lead on that, and I have a lot of experience on that firsthand, so this should be a very good, good fit here. So.
That's really great news for us, and great news for the community that we have a person coming on board that has that skill in managing and project manager for some of our refrigeration needs, which are going to be coming forward. Another thing that Troy's going to find out is that we are a multi-purpose facility at the Civic Center where we have a great variety of dry floor events, and even within our ice programs we have figure skating, curling, and skating and hockey. So Troy, what do you think about that idea of working at a place where you're going to have so many different things going on?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great thing. I've been on each side of it where I've worked in a rink that we had ice year round, and you know, that's kind of nice. And I also worked in a rink where we had to take out the ice and do dry floor events as well. So I do have experience on both sides of it. I do like the fact that, you know, you get to kind of put the ice away and you kind of, you know, you get to do something else for the year and really put your mind and for other things. And it's all about just what can we fit, you know, in the rink. And you know, that's part of my new job is going to be to find and get as many different events in there on the dry floor as can be. So I think it'll be definitely a fun thing.
That's really good to hear also. You know, one of the endeavors that I have pursued at the Civic Center and still do is the sport of curling. And not so much that I curl myself and I can instruct in curling, but I do the ice making for curling, and I teach that around the country, and I'll be doing quite a bit of that after my retirement. And so I'd like to say that I'm going to be teaching Troy how to do arena curling transition, and I'm very excited that he's willing, and you're going to be learning from me how to do that. So rest assured that our programs will continue that way. Yeah. So I'm very excited about that. And so just to let the folks know that this summer, of course, we have that huge event, the Sunshine Festival. We're returning again to the Civic Center grounds. And by fall, we will have a whole lineup of our dry floor events again. And then we proceed to put the ice in for our winter ice season, and I hate to talk about that now that in this time in June here where we want to think of summer, but that is coming our way, and I'd like to once again introduce Troy. I understand that you're also sought after in the Adult Hockey League as a goalie, and all the teams are bidding high. It's like a draft, and you're running really high in that. Is that correct?
That's news to me.
Well, I think so. I think people will really enjoy meeting you, and it'll be a great time to meet all the good folks that frequent the Civic Center. So I'll give it to Troy here, and you can do the wrap-up.
Okay. Well, again, thank you very much. I want to let you know that I'll be moving up here next week with my fiance and my two wonderful children, 2 girls. And I just want to say thank you very much for having me, and I look forward to meeting everybody. And you're watching Do You Know?